welcome back. I think this is going to be our last one. The final Rise of Tomb Raider stream. So we've got a couple things to check off, right? We got a little bit of that last area to sweep, finish the plot, and then I don't know what this Croft Manor thing is over here. We're going to take a look at it. If it's not mind-numbingly dull, we'll spend some time on it. Oh, there's 2 stars? Okay, that's combat. That's just exploration. That's a story. Okay, so maybe we're going to do this Blood Ties thing. We'll see how we do on time. Yeah, so we got final upgrades of basically every possible variety, right? We got that hideous-looking new armor. We're not going to farm out resources trying to get to these, although if we can afford... See, the gloves are boring. I want extra skeleton bits on my bow. That's what I'm looking for here. Bolt action. We're basically... Oh, we have enough now. Excellent. And recoil we don't care about. These are... further modifications to the break action. Okay. So we'll see if we get stuff for those. But otherwise, I think we're mostly done with upgrades. I'm pretty happy with what we're wearing. As always, fashion is central. Absolutely critical. And we never did get the heavy pistol or auto shotgun, right? Let's take a quick look. Those will be in crypts or strong boxes. So let's take a quick map check. And then we can finalize. Also, that thing's glowing. Can we light that up from here? Because we couldn't do it from lower down for reasons. Doesn't look like it, even with the Greek fire. Let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those. Do we have to light those somehow? Interesting. Come back to it. So there's a crypt here. So let's head over to this crypt. We'll do the crypt. I think... We're doing strong boxes. Archives, none. Geothermal, got them all. Missing 1 in the Acropolis. Oh, we don't have a map for that area, so that sounds like a nuisance. We're missing 1 here. But I think we had trouble locating, right? Yeah, I'm just not seeing it on the map. Which is... Oh, there it is. We'll come back and tag it right before we end. How's that sound? The issue with this area is we finally have a new enemy type for the first time in the game.
Signal bells. I should take these out.
Where? Is it on the other side of the wall? Lara, what are you talking about? There we go. Go, go. Alright, coast looks clear. We're heading back this way. Oh, hello. Wow, you didn't see that? Are you sure? Yeah, that's what I thought, buddy. That's what I thought. Alright, can you stop drying your hair so you can loot this? No? Okay. Oh shit, the cluster bomb. Kinda forgot about that. Open the box.
An ancient carving of a pagan god. Perhaps a fertility idol.
Yeah, I'm confused. Did you build Katesh from the ground up, or was this kinda settled by the prophet and his people afterwards? Because right now, it kind of sounds and feels a lot more... How do I get up here? Like there were people here to begin with. Wait, what? That... Oh, I see. I was just seeing the firelight. I thought it actually lit up. Is this down? Do we have to swim into whatever this crypt is? Maybe? Do we have to drain this, or... Okay, I feel like we're on the right track now. Yep, this is a crypt.
Valentinus, the timekeeper.
Yeah, really hoping we find a shotgun part in this ancient sealed-off tomb from the old days. That's where you keep shotgun things, right? In the distant past. It's that atrocious movie based on a Mark Twain book.
After the city was built, the first
kid in
generation of
King Arthur's
followers
court
stared
or
out
something?
upon it.
He's like a
One
baseball
among
player
them,
who goes back in
A
time.
man named Valentinus has spent his whole life devoted to the study of time and its passage. The prophet sought him out in the crowd and asked him what he thought of the city. Valentinus said he felt it was a blessed place, that time would move slowly there, and that Katesh would last for generations untold. The prophet smiled, for he knew that he had made a home where his people might be safe.
Alright. Are the Mongols one of the last acceptable historical villains? Right, like we've sanitized the empires of South America. We can't say anything about the Chinese or the Japanese anymore, right? Just because they're big markets, right? Russia 50-50, although we're madder at modern Russia than historical Russia for reasons I can't quite understand. Vikings have been sanitized. They're all good now. That's the new Assassin's Creed I was trying to think of the other day. Valhalla. which I think has the same collectathon problem. Is that a quiver upgrade? Okay, cool. Alright, it was not a shotgun part. I stand contrite and corrected. I get that this game's a couple years old, but I feel like I've seen the Mongols be villains more than any other non-Western residual civilization for a long time. You know, Ghost of Tsushima is a good example. And, like, to be fair, perhaps more properly, the Mongols actually were, like, Tsushima's partially historical, as I understand it. Okay, do we want the shotgun and the heavy pistol? I feel like the answer's no. It's just not worth the hunting time. If we want to use them for a little bit, we will equip a heavy pistol and the auto shotgun, which we have the special versions of. Shit. Wait, are you bombarding your own city? What the hell is wrong with you?
Shit, they're firing at me. Maybe
Why?
I could use them to break through that gate.
What a bananas choice. Was I supposed to be able to grab that? Well, oh, here we go. Oh, I see. It showed through the wall. Uh-huh. I think there was guys down there I should have killed first, huh? Alright, we have seized the trebuchet. What's our plan for this? The whole thing? Oh, the whole thing's
I can use this to aim the trebuchet. Got to break down that gate.
okay. Aim the trebuchet. Alright, so here's the thing. We saw that we could mess with those. Is that how we light those? How do I fire this, by the way?
Looks like I can line up a shot on that gate.
Yeah, I know what you want me to do. How do I fire this? Just pull the lever next to it? Alright, hold on. We'll hit the one they want us to hit first. How's that sound?
That's good enough.
Oh, that's
Now
how we
to
should.
fire.
So let's try hitting these. Wow, look at that physics degree. going to work for Lara. Okay, we're gonna take a second and see if we can light these signal towers. We charge and move. Oh, we can bombard the whole city. Look at that. Oh, and there's a second trebuchet over there that maybe we need that one to hit the rest of the targets. Oh no, there's 5 signal towers we can see from here. All right, good work, everybody.
That did it.
Oh, we can't reach the last one. Okay, so we must have to fire a little bit more later. Right, off we go. I think the city might be my favorite free area so far, though. Like, there's a lot of really good movement options. It feels free and open in a way that some of the forests don't.
There's been some structural damage. The battle certainly took its toll. But most of the city is still standing.
We love vandalism.
This mural commemorates the dead lost in the battle, and those that died after of disease and starvation.
It's kind of a mixed topic. Yeah, this Lara finally looks ready for war. Oh my, very ready for war. Yeah, the arrows were starting to feel a little bit helpless. Not very good still. thought the Greek fire was supposed to burn through armor. Oh, it just doesn't look like it. Okay. The fuck? We had arrows? Oh, we're out of arrows. Shit. Hold on. Do some quick crafting. Alright, screw it. Just burn to death. Very nice. Hey man, everybody has helmets now. This is bullshit. You know, it's funny. At kind of the first point where just like shooting people in the head stops working,
Almost there.
the game
Chamber
also
of
has
Souls is
stopped
through that
giving
gate.
us
Just need to find
all these
another
improvised
trebuchet.
weapons lying around. Like there's no Kateshian equivalent to the bottles of vodka or the gas canisters. It's a weird choice because now I would actually really like those. I'd like to lean on that ability a little bit. But it seems pretty limited. That's the first one I've seen that can. I don't know if that's a highly intentional choice they made here. Like, okay, here's your last chance to prove that you know how to use a gun, dumbass. Or what, but it feels noticeable, the absence now.
You don't have much time, Lara. You must reach the source before them.
There's nothing more you can do. Get somewhere safe.
Not a chance. You need us as much as we need you. We survive together, or we die alone. Now go.
Can we make this jump? Maybe?
A woman's necklace.
That's
Made
pretty
of
cool looking.
Baltic amber. Incredible craftsmanship. It must have belonged to a noblewoman.
That's a beautiful reflective effect. And again, we're not even on the highest settings. Even our new computer isn't good enough for them, with obvious reasoning, I guess. Okay, this is how we get back, probably. That's where we came from, so let's head this way. This is a one-way trip if ever I saw one. Yeah, have they put Tomb Raider in Super Smash Brothers yet? Because I was going to make an Ice Climbers joke, then I was like, Lara would fit in fine in that.
Need to reach the top of the tower. But that ice is in the way.
That was easy. That seemed a little obvious a solution, right? Dora, we found the map. Alright, let's get our last signal fire as long as we're at it.
Something's in the way. Got to be a way to clear it.
Let's see, can we get over there? That doesn't do anything. Climbing seems
I can still
out.
rotate the trebuchet. Maybe that will help me to get over there.
Oh, we'll just point the nose at it. That works. Are we far enough over already, or not? That's not quite reachable. Okay. No, thank you. Maybe we can just break this, right?
I'm not strong enough.
Alright, we'll rotate the trebuchet. Until it falls off, right? Perfect.
That worked. Now to take out that gate.
First, random challenge activities. The challenge activities, these are pointless time sinks. By any definition, I'd say. They're not unenjoyable, but more so than, say, collecting relics and documents to know what's going on. Another shot? Another shot. Okay. Oh! Well, they destroyed this one, so we have to go through. Okay, cool, cool. I see what you want from me, game.
Almost through. Just one
Sorry.
more
Oh,
shot.
jeez. I don't know, just sudden burst of allergies there. Excuse me. That one wasn't actually a sneeze. When God punishes you for being sarcastic. What? What the fuck was that? Grab the thing, you daft. Ugh. What? No, no. I don't know if it's that I can't press in as many directions. Oh, fuck you. As many directions because I'm using a keyboard instead of a controller, but for a shooting game, I like that better. But every so often, it's just like, oh, you wanted to jump where? No, I don't think so, buddy. Like that. There we go. Some of them are genuinely strong enough to kind of feel like a cute little duel. Alright, so we gotta smash this somehow, huh? Can we tilt it? No, we're not heavy enough. Kick this? Nope. Nope, that's not it. Alright, so that's there. When it's rotated, that'll put it in position.
The siege of Katesh must have lasted for months.
It's pretty sweet, frankly.
It's not holding water.
Okay, so that's sealed now. Pull it back this way. Is that too heavy? No, I think we're fine. We'll try grappling it next. The game really vacillates between, like, puzzles that you actually have to use at least a little bit of your brain for. And ones that require zero thought. Is interesting. Alright, so let's see. I kind of figured you wanted it filled, but maybe not. Seal it halfway? Oh, okay. That seems to have worked. Alright.
Yes, that did it.
If only we were capable of ascending a vertical surface properly. Alright. Do you want me to use the trebuchet against them? Finally?
Archers. I've got to take them out. Just have to aim this thing.
Yes. Now I am the Siege Master. Alright, I will give the game this. These guys right here, where it's almost certainly impossible to kill them without lighting up the signal fire, is another great example. I think the game's done 3 or 4 so far, where something you have to do as part of a planned sequence shows you what one of the challenges is. Whereas I noticed it from spamming the survival vision. That's a smarter, more subtle way to show you some of the less obvious ones, you could say. So, points. Credit where credit's due.
Okay. The way is clear.
Let's head on in. Okay, a little bit of salvage. Maybe we'll get some final upgrades in before the end. Oh, shooting. Yeah, see, that's nice to have that back. The survivalist elements are really the best part of the game, I think. It's where you really get your Lara as this sort of huntress survival element to it. And maybe more of that comes across too. I talked about this previously, I think. In the challenge modes. Sort of the post-game stuff. Where it's just these combat arenas that I assume are very well set up. If they're not just stripped directly from the game. Now, I'm a statue. No? Okay. That seems like the kind of dumb thing that I had an achievement behind. I had to try it. Boy. Another point I just noticed. The game does a really nice job transitioning between audio tracks. Like when you're out of combat, it's a very natural transition from that louder to a more quiet, creeping sort of audio. Shit. Get away from me. No. Ah, fuck. Just angle here. It's safe here, right? Man, I did not expect to regret getting the silencer, but it makes this gun sound so piss weak, even if it isn't. What? I thought you used to be a guard of Katesh, and then you took an arrow to the knee. Yes, fight each other. Seriously, anybody else? There we go.
Yes.
Shooting them in the feet like that seems a little unfair, huh? Here's Trinity.
Lara, Trinity has broken through. We can't...
3 skill points? Jesus. Alright, so we maxed out Survivor. Hunter, we've got resources, triple shot, which we've never used. Maybe we should use that at some point. Ooh. Is that new? Was that there before? Huh. Field medic, no. What? Faster healing, less damage from explosions is probably good. I want the hunter one just thematically, and let's take scavenge ammo. That all seems useful. Got equipment upgrades. Got the new quiver. It's even furrier. This is a waste of skins at this point, because we're not going to be farming much stuff. Let's go for weapon upgrades. Rate of fire. Yeah, rate of fire. I don't need recoil stability. Yes, get me the skull on the other end. Sweet, that's all I wanted. Can't upgrade that anymore. What do we have for the shotgun? Recoil. Rate of fire. That all feels pretty good. Let's get ready for the end. That's not how we put an arrow on a wall, but nice try. Can we make... Oh, no. Using the broadhead, like, just mash it into the wall ability, feels like cheating every time. That really just speeds things along very slightly.
A vase made of silver. It's seen a lot of use and travel, but it has a rough portrait of the Prophet. They must have begun trading with the outside.
Yes, Lara. Trinity's coming through the goddamn ceiling, but let's stop for a history lesson. Why did I do that? Why? I was like, no, surely something must be on the other side. Alright, can you tell that I'm getting a touch eager to finish the game soonish? I think whatever happens here, Katesh is done for. I mean, I guess they'd already abandoned this whole section to the Deathless, but like, what is stopping the Deathless from just coming out of here now that it's been kind of opened up a bit? They don't seem particularly friendly to the, you know, the remnant people. Okay, I don't think we have any new... Oh, we got another skill point. Alright. Or we didn't spend it before. One or the other. Damage resistant for healing, damage resistant for a stealth kill. This seems stupid. Like, unless you're ending your stealth sections stupidly, maybe it's important on higher difficulties. I'm kind of... Yeah. Because every so often I'm not sure if I'm on the head, especially when... Some of these enemies are a little wishy-washy about where their faces are. Just because they're moving around so much. Sentiments exactly, Lara. How many Deathless did the Prophet make? There must be hundreds. Whereas there's maybe a couple hundred remnants left total. The one thing that isn't super clear is what makes the Deathless so kind of evil, right? Like, they destroyed the city because they didn't want to give up the power of immortality. But two things. If we take the source, will they all be mortal again? And two, were they just kind of evil to begin with? did immortality make them evil? It's kind of tough to say at this point. Oh, shit. We gotta be moving. Yeah, Trinity, you couldn't handle me. You definitely can't handle these guys. Oh, get up, get up. So for Immortals, the Deathless seem to die kinda easy. Again, unless, like, their whole dissolving into magical fire also means they have some sort of... Are you shitting me? Some sort of reincarnation ability? Man, these guys are good fucking climbers. That's not the pistol I was using. Game. Game.
Anna.
Surprised Constantine isn't with her.
Lara, get down!
Sophia, where are you?
At a trebuchet, apparently.
I see you, Lara. We'll do whatever we can to support you from here.
Thank you, Sophia. I'll take whatever help I can get.
I got a hit! He's gone!
Man, after fighting the Deathless for like the last hour of the game, these little soft boys are not so intimidating.
She's hit! Under fire! Fire in the hole! Take position! Man down! We got a man down! Keep fire! I'm dry!
They can't even do that much damage compared to the bows. It's pathetic.
Give me covering fire! Fire in the hole!
Oh, I see. That's the trap-making ability.
Give me covering fire!
And that's just the pistol. If we use the rifle, we're gonna go through like a hot knife through butter.
Lara, you have to get to cover. We're about to fire, and you're out in the open.
Well, could just eat it too, I guess.
Taking casualties! We're losing this! Over here! Back me up! Laying down covering fire! Got her! Keep firing! We got a man down! Grenade out! Under fire! Got a flanking position! Got her!
Hell you do.
Fire! Under fire!
Whoops. Didn't see that one.
He's gone.
That's right. Go crazy on each other. Wait, what? Our health was coming back.
Keep her down. Take it, casualties. This ends here and now.
Oh shit, did we change bows by accident? Oh fuck, we did. Alright, well.
I see you. Intruder. Keep her down. He's hit. Get clear. Advancing, cover me. Covering fire. He's dead. Taking fire. She's slain. I got her. Under fire. We're losing this. Let's go.
Oh shit.
What? Why are we oh shit? Oh shit.
Thank you, Sophia. Hell of a shot.
Alright, good job making us care about Sophia again. She's helping enough. No base camps beyond this point. Okay. So, first of all, let's make sure we have the right bloody weapon equipped. No one wants a guiding light. There we go. Now we got all our skeleton bones. Anything for the rifle? Nope. Anything for the shotgun? Recoil. How about you? Yeah, reload on the hand cannon sounds pretty nice. I think we're fine with our outfit for now. Yeah, I think we're good. This is a good thing to finish with. That's it. All right. Let's finish this fight. There's like a whole deer's backbone on this bow
I
now.
have a visual on Croft. She must not be allowed into the Chamber of Souls.
Constantine.
You'd be better off throwing rocks.
What about grenades?
Got to use the Greek fireballs. It's the only way.
Give us time, Lara. We're reloading. We're ready to fire. Firing! The helicopter is too fast. We'll never be able to hit him.
Wait! I have an idea. If I shoot the fireball when it's near the chopper, the blast might hit it.
Oh, that's sweet.
I hope you're right. Give us the signal. We'll be ready.
Fire!
All right, here goes.
Got you.
Yeah.
You son of a bitch.
Lara's full of rage.
Send in a squad, now! I want her dead!
Squad?
Moving into position. He's in. Advancing, cover me. We're covering fire.
Come on up, buddy.
Under fire.
Bye.
Under fire. Give me covering fire.
I thought he was gonna make it. I really did.
Open up. Keep her down. I'm taking fire. Got a man down.
Oh, and there's Deathless too? Get out of here. Get out of my swamp.
Lara, he's headed back your way.
I'm not done yet.
We have to reset the counterweight. We'll be ready soon.
God damn it.
My weapons are no use against that chopper.
What about the grenades?
We're
Nope.
ready to launch the trebuchet. Just give us the signal. All right, here goes.
Got you, you son of a bitch.
Should he be doing more to stop me?
If there's anyone left alive down there, I want Croft dead. That's your last order.
Yes, fight each other.
Lara, we're under attack. We're trying to get rid of this son of a bitch.
You've got to get out of there!
No, we're in this fight to the end.
Thank you, Sophia.
Also, we're about to die.
Man down!
High ground. How are you?
Got your back! I'm under fire! Damn it, take her out!
Oh my god, the bolt action is so overpowered.
Let's end this!
Lara, he's headed back your way.
Fantastic. Oh shit, all the cover's gone.
We're loading up the trebuchet. Hold on.
Let's hide. Can you please? Yo, we went from some health to dead very fast there.
We have to reset the counterweight. We'll be ready soon.
My weapons are no use against that chopper.
I don't want to just wait.
It's ready. On your signal.
Fucking do it.
Here it comes.
You completely missed. You suck.
We're loading up the
Suck so
trebuchet.
bad.
Hold on. Okay, we're ready. On your signal.
Not gonna damage him that way.
There we go. Oh, no rest for the wicked. Let's claim the high ground. Nobody saw me.
Lara Croft, senti muovida!
Listen, how about you guys just take care of each other for me? Fight! 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 Alright, my money's on sword guy. What do we think? Aha! Here, come a little bit closer. God damn it, get back here. Back here so I can perforate your skull. God damn it. Aha! Knife to meet you. Wait, what is finesse times 3? Is that multiple stealth kills in a row? Shit. Assholes, yes. Buddy. Man, these kids are soft. Like, just give... This is a great, like, stealth hunting arena. I wonder if this chamber in particular is... Oh, God, Constantine. No, not my nice bow.
Just you and I now, Lara.
You take my other weapons, too?
You
By
have
taking
no
my bow, you
weapons.
took all my weapons.
No allies! No hope!
No weapons?
This place will become your tomb. You're mine. I can see you. Come fight me! Don't hide in the shadows. You're made of stronger stuff than your friends.
What? The hell was that? He was primed for an execution.
Just you and I now, Lara. You have no weapons, no allies, no hope. This place will become your tomb.
Ha! My tomb, you say?
You can't.
Okay, so we can stun him, or we can lose him in stealth around him.
My destiny lies in the Chamber of Souls. I've come. I can see. You know, you're stronger than your father ever was. He never would have made it this far. There.
Shit. How the hell did he turn around?
Was a brilliant man.
I actually kind of like this. Like, they take away all your weapons.
Trinity could have made him great. We offered him everything. It's not too late for you. Look here!
Stop turning around. You stupid asshole.
He would have helped me fulfill my destiny. But in the end, it's fallen on you. You! I see!
Alright, rule of threes. Or just twos. That works too. Just rule of twos. Okay, my mistake. Maybe those grenades took a hit off?
destiny. I was meant for greatness.
This was never your destiny. Your sister let you believe that.
I did all of this for her. Don't you walk away from me.
Yeah, Anna's genuinely
Wait!
pretty freaking evil.
Trinity killed your father.
No, you're lying.
He begged for his life. And when that failed, he begged for yours. Come on, do it! He begged for his life.
Fuck you, buddy. I'm leaving.
And when that failed,
You're not worth it. Burn in hell.
We're survivalists. Why would we waste resources on a corpse? Now, Anna, on the other hand, I've got an arrowhead with her name on it.
Anna! Stop! Your men are defeated. Your brother is dead. No! That's what Trinity has wrought. Death. And that's all they'll ever bring. Give this up.
I gave up everything for this. I have no intention of giving it to Trinity.
What about your father? You're dooming him to be mocked by history. How can you let this go? When you're so close?
I'm willing to make that sacrifice. I can't let you take it.
Think of the millions, suffering and dying. We can save them. We can change the world. Together.
The cost is too high, Anna. We aren't meant to live forever. Death is a part of life.
That's easy for you to say. You're not the one who's dying.
But this isn't about you. This is about humanity, about protecting what it means to be human.
they're coming. We're surrounded.
Jacob, look out!
The sword is not meant for the world.
This is your chance, Lara. Everything I've done, everything you've done. Another Croft doesn't have to die for this.
But I'm willing to.
Well, I'm not.
Wow, you could have hit one of them, right?
Please. I'm dying. This is my only hope.
Mitch, you're dead either way.
Anna, no!
It's a space rock? Ooh, what's that rune? Smash it. Smash the space rock.
It's okay.
I'm sorry. Jacob, hold on.
I've held on for too long already.
You knew I'd destroy it.
In all my years, I've met few as extraordinary as you. It's finally happening. My ending.
I'm sorry. All I wanted was to make a difference.
You already have.
If you wanted to destroy Jacob, why didn't you smash it yourself? You just a coward?
My dearest Lara, I often think about how my father would turn over in his grave if he knew the shame I had brought upon our family's name. Croft.
Also,
What does
can
it
we save
even
that
mean?
pile of Divine Source rubble? See
I
what it's
just
made
hope
out
you
of,
could
maybe?
Make your own mark on this world someday.
It's like bring it home in a box.
Remember that the extraordinary is in what we do, not who we are.
Destroying the source was the right thing to do.
I still feel like I let him down.
You're alive.
I think you would have made the same choice. Come on. You've got a plane to catch.
To where?
I'd listened to his last tape 1,000 times, but it's as if I was hearing my father's words only now, for the first time. It doesn't matter what choices he would have made. I have to make my own. The myth of Katesh was real. There are secrets out there that can change the world. I need to find them, not for my father, not for anyone else. Trinity is still out there, and they're more powerful than I ever imagined. I can stop them. I can make a difference. I can make the right difference.
Eh? I'll have to look into the lore of the like the original Tomb Raider series. Was Trinity a thing in it? Or is this some new nonsense to give us like a stable rival? Cuz it's kind of dumb. You know, the coolest enemies in all of these games haven't been the humans. The humans are just a justification, some early level shit to get you into it with something familiar. That ended in a real rush, right? Like, oh, we're here, boss fight, cutscene, teaser for the next game, and we're out. Huh. Okay, we got one more to play. We have the DLC for this one, the Blood Ties or whatever. Yeah, this is a weird time skip.
Anna, you said another Croft doesn't have to die for this. What did you mean by that? You killed my father, didn't you?
Trinity ordered his execution. I couldn't do it.
You're lying!
I loved him.
No!
It's done. Good. What about Croft?
No. Not yet.
Okay, we took a hard... I was on the fence on Trinity 30 seconds ago. Yeah, no, like, what the fuck? That's genuinely stupid. Like, I get that you need to eliminate Anna in some way. You should have had her just killed by those things, frankly. But to have Lara in the sights, like, no, we'll take care of her later. Also, 2 weeks later, we're already jetting off to the... It looked like the Yucatan Peninsula, right? So I guess the next game's going to be jungle-themed. Like, what? Just, that's all I have right now. I have a lot of whats. A lot of Hans. What are expeditions? Hold on. Expeditions are... chapter replay, harder chapter replays, custom missions... what? The hell's that? Oh, hold on. Look at all this shit. Different systems. Rescue prisoners to develop skills. Search buildings for weapons. There's zombies? Is that a zombie mode? Okay, so they added a bunch of, like, just dicking around shit. Let's do blood ties. I assume it's on the shortish end. It's a pretty cool door. Like the gate with the C in it. Yeah, this story's taking a turn.
Final notice to Lara Croft, a current tenant of premises. This is to serve as your final notice for the purposes of terminating your ownership of Croft Manor.
What?
You are required to immediately vacate and surrender possession of said manor to Atlas de Mornay, executor of estates.
Lara, it is unfortunate that you have forced my hand in this matter, but so be it. As you know, your parents appointed me executor of the estate in the event of their absence. Since your mother disappeared, her death was never technically declared. And given the circumstances surrounding your father's death, it's no surprise that he never drafted a formal last will and testament to account for this circumstance. Unfortunately, you have no legal claims to the estate. I'm willing to negotiate a modest monthly stipend from your trust, but only if you leave the manor by week's end. Don't fight me on this, Lara. Your mother wouldn't want that. Sincerely, Atlas.
There has to be a will or some kind of evidence of what happened to Mum in the manor somewhere. Dad's safe.
Interesting. Alright, the safe is locked.
Needs a combination. It's
Alright,
got
so
to
her
be in
dad died
Dad's
when she was pretty
papers
young, right?
somewhere. Maybe in the library. My birthday crown. I was so proud of that thing. That's my handwriting. My penmanship was pretty good.
Shit, it's better than mine. And you never got into your father's safe in like
Dad would have liked
15
me
years?
to go to Oxford, but I insisted on UCL. Yep, looks real. Roth once offered to forge me a fake diploma to show Dad.
This is kind of heartwarming. Okay, this seems like a nice warm
This is a hell of a
denouement.
thing. I met someone tonight, quite unexpectedly. But it shouldn't have been, it seems. I've been so buried in my work, so distracted by my latest revelations, I never bothered to notice my surroundings. But there she was, sitting at my table in the library. Her name is Amelia. And apparently she's been studying right next to me. Art history, of all things. I shared some of my research against my better judgment, but I wanted
Royal
to see how
archaeologist
she would
boyfriend,
respond.
art
And
hoe
she did
girlfriend,
not
the ultimate pairing.
disappoint. I felt as if I was suddenly engaged in a mental game of chess, moving and counter-moving in argument. At one point, that poor old librarian had to shush us as if we were children. I feel so foolish for not having noticed her earlier. She's a brilliant woman who's challenged my ideas for the first time in memory. In truth, I don't know if she's feeling as exhilarated as I am right now, but I dare say our conversation was mutually stimulating. For the first time in a long time, I find myself thinking about something else besides my research. I hope she returns for another round tomorrow.
My parents made a good team, challenging each other from the start. A picture with Dad and Anna. Never liked wearing dresses, but the color was nice. This is probably my grandfather, Benjamin.
Or Napoleon, I don't know.
Dad's map of the forgotten cities of northern Syria. He was closer than he knew to finding the Prophet's tomb. Dad's book about immortality myths might be useful in my research.
I finally introduced Richard to the family. It went precisely how I imagined.
Wow.
I see but polite grace from mother, indifference and disinterest from father.
Oh, so Atlas is your
and
uncle?
thinly veiled contempt from Atlas. Of course they don't approve. To them, Lord Croft is the man who took away their beloved daughter and ruined her long-standing engagement.
I always read how, like,
Though I
British
was never
royalty
going to marry that
kind of
repugnant
Lara
Earl of
is.
Farringdon anyway. One might think they would be happy that I was being courted by a genuine lord of the realm. It just happens to be Richard Croft. In their eyes, the man who single-handedly ruined a once great family. But there's nothing to be done now. Watching how Richard dealt with their subtle insults and disrespect. Such grace and calm. I know he did it for me. I think I'm falling in love with this man. It will break my mother's heart, but I cannot live the life she imagined for me. My time with Richard has only made this clearer.
It must have been hard for Mum to go against her family's wishes. I'm glad she did. One of Dad's Yoruba masks, a gift from a friend he met on an expedition in Nigeria.
Interesting. Yeah, I actually really like those so far.
The
We'll see if
door
that
to the
holds, but
library.
why is everything
Locked.
in this house locked, Lara?
There's got to be another way through.
Don't you live here, at least part-time?
This is the map I made for my first expedition with Dad. It shows a path to the library through the servants' passages. Wait, I can get to the library through the old servants' corridor. Dad's artifacts from the Nile Valley. I always loved looking at these. Dad became interested in immortality myths after his expeditions to Egypt.
That's another interesting thing that I don't know if it'll ever get into or explain. Her father's obsession with immortality. Like, he doesn't appear to have had a terminal illness or anything like that, so... And her mother was already
Lara,
dead, disappeared?
I've reviewed the report from your therapist. I have to say I was surprised to see a clean bill of health. I somehow doubt you've so easily abandoned your irrational claims. Indeed, where have you been the past few weeks? My secretary discovered that you booked a flight to Turkey on the 20th. You can't have been simply sightseeing, as your customs claims suggest. I know you're up to something, and I'll be damned if I let you use the Croft assets to indulge the same obsession that led to my sister's death. It's not too late to relinquish your claims on the manor voluntarily. If you refuse, I will find a way to cut you off. Sincerely, Atlas.
What an evil fucker.
Well, hello there, Sir Lancelot. Don't worry, I won't be borrowing your sword this time. The Grand Hall. Always loved playing in here as a kid. This will be one of the first things to fix.
Yeah, why did things get so run down?
Too dark. Going to need a flashlight.
Let's try the Grand Hall for the flashlight then.
A phoenix figurine. I bet this appealed to Dad's idea of immortality, of rising from the ashes and being born anew.
You know what's an idea that I don't think I've seen explored in any series? It might be cool, but like this would be a nice jumping off point for
Anna. Most of her belongings are in the guest house. What was she doing in here? Someone has a sense of humor.
Stop smoking. Is like you could make a Tomb Raider spin-off game that's like a Myst style, like archaeology adventure.
Lara, you know the West Wing is off limits.
I'm sorry, I just wanted to see...
We've been through this.
Was Mum's
Locked.
room in here?
Need a key to open this.
Oh, it's leaking. Yikes.
Dad was always so protective of the West Wing.
What are you doing sitting there on the floor, Mistress Lara?
Looking at the compass. thinking.
What about, if I may inquire?
Just thinking about discovering faraway places, about finding adventure.
I'm sure you will, my lady. You've the soul of an explorer. But don't grow up too fast.
Like, I would absolutely play an exploration game as Lord Richard Croft.
Lara, since your return from your expedition to Yamatai, I've grown increasingly alarmed at your erratic behavior. I can only assume you suffered some kind of psychological trauma and are only acting out as a call for help. I want you to know that I hear you, loud and clear. Anna and I agree that it's time for you to be evaluated by a professional. I took the liberty of arranging an introduction to a highly qualified colleague of mine. You should be receiving the details in the post
I wonder
soon.
if her uncle's involved
I want
in
to impress upon you
if
the
him and Anna were
importance of this,
coordinating.
Lara. As executor of the estate, it is my duty to see that it is left in capable hands. And if I may be blunt, you're acting like your father when he was at his worst. He nearly lost the manor himself in those days. I'd hate for you to repeat his mistakes. I encourage you to embrace the help I'm offering. Sincerely, your uncle.
The offer came in the post last week, and I still haven't told Richard. He flew ahead to Tibet, where I will meet him shortly. I never told him I was submitting my work. Never thought there was a chance of being accepted. But a gallery tour is not something I can pass up. The show will take me away from England for over a year. I'll begin in New York and travel across the United States and, oh, God, I'm giddy even writing these words. When Richard and I were married, I was prepared to relegate my painting to a hobby, but it was Richard who objected, who gave me my atelier and studio. Without that support, I might still be painting boring landscapes. Now I can't shake the foolish sensation that leaving would be a betrayal. He will laugh at that and insist I accept, even though I know it will break his heart to be apart. He never once asked me to sacrifice any part of my life for his. I have, of course, in 1,000 small ways over the years, but he would never ask. The discussion can wait, and I will join him in Tibet. I won't cast a shadow over his find. I will be by his side in his triumph, as I know he will stand by my side, in time.
Got to remember to pack this for my next trip.
A flashlight. Will that be what our flashlight looks
Should be
like in the
able to
next
explore
game?
the dark now.
Hey, Jonah. Sorry for not getting back to you sooner. I've decided to do some research at the manor. A lot has happened, and I need some time to think about what I want to do next. This old place is filled with memories and secrets. Uncle Atlas has tried to keep me out of here for so long, I don't even know if I want to keep it. But after everything that's happened, maybe I can find out what it still means to me. If it's worth fighting him for. I'll let you know how things worked out when I'm back in London.
Why did that sound so weird? Like she dropped into a monotone.
Not sure. I really need to brush up on my ancestors one of these days.
Looks like Cyrano de Bergerac. Okay, got a flashlight. Let's hit up those servants' quarters. It's a cool manor, too. And now it's a horror game.
Amelia, the news has reached Mother. She knows that you broke off your engagement with the Earl of Farringdon. She is beside herself with worry. But, for the moment, she's controlling the narrative. As far as anyone knows, you're just having innocent second thoughts. But the moment your affair with Lord Croft goes public, it will be too late. Our name will be as ruined as this man you've chosen to bed. Don't you see that you're being selfish, Amelia? Please, consider your family. You're a Demorne. Everything you do has a greater effect on us all. I'm coming down to London soon. Don't do anything rash until we have a chance to talk.
Falling apart.
One moment.
Maybe I should just let my uncle have this place.
Like, do you have any money to pay for the repairs this place desperately needs? What about all those
They
artifacts
say
we've been
a good
looting?
test of a relationship is how well you travel together. Well, I'd say Amelia and I have passed that test with flying colors. Indeed, these last few months in Egypt have been nothing short of extraordinary. She and Roth get on like old uni chums. In fact, the two have spent more than a few nights drinking and playing cards into the wee hours. Despite her decidedly proper upbringing, Amelia's taken to roughing it more than I ever have. She fits in and connects with the local populace with such amazing empathy. Because of her, I've had a bit of an unexpected breakthrough in my research. She managed to convince an artifact dealer in Old Town to sell me a magnificent and quite unusual Tibetan scroll. From what I can tell, it seems to contain details surrounding an immortality ritual of some sort. I think it's time for me to take the next step with Amelia. In fact, I don't think I can wait any longer. I will ask for her hand tomorrow in the bright Egyptian sun amidst the dust and ruins.
It's so romantic.
I'm not surprised he asked her to marry him as soon as he got the idea.
Gotta find the master key. Pipes are destroyed. This place is a wreck.
Amelia, I know we have had our differences in recent years. I've tried my best to keep an open mind about your relationship with Richard, but I just can't let you go on this ill-conceived expedition without saying my piece. You say Richard's theories have merit. You say that he may have actually stumbled upon some mythic, unknown truth, but I have seen nothing to support such claims. And while your word may have been enough in times past, I cannot let you squander away what remains of your name and reputation, and that of our family, truth be told, on some damned foolish crusade. I intend to go to Richard's investors and let them know exactly how he's spending their money, but I want to give you a chance to put a stop to this yourself. Please, don't go to Tibet. If not for me, at least for Lara.
Still just as creepy as I remember.
You could probably fund the mansion's maintenance with the rare wine down here, assuming it hasn't gone off.
My lord, I hope this missive finds you on a successful expedition and in good health. Before I bore you with estate affairs, I wanted to let you know that our little angel has been into some mischief. As always, I indulged her in our usual game of chess. Over the course of the game, she broached the subject of her mother. She's having trouble remembering her now, and wanted to enter her ladyship's atelier, which you sealed off, to play on her mother's piano. It enraged her when she wasn't allowed to go in, of course. For someone so young, she has such strong emotions. Later in the day, she set a trap for me in the walk-in freezer, of all places. Before I knew what was happening, I found myself locked inside. Mrs. Sheffield discovered me an hour later, shivering and somewhat peeved. It took us an additional hour to find Lara in the grounds. I know all her hiding places, of course, but this time she really did not want to be found. Call it years of observation, but I can tell when she's out of sorts. My lord, if I may be so bold, she misses you fiercely. She is lonely for her father. Please consider a call as soon as you are able.
It's so
Poor
wholesome.
Winston. I remember being so angry. He was always so patient with me.
So Lara was a little bit of a
King
brat.
to Queen 1. I'm going to win this time, Winston.
Clever girl. But you should know by now, winning isn't everything. Queen to King's Bishop 6. Check.
Easy for you to say. You always win. Knight takes queen.
What I mean to say is try to enjoy the journey, Lara. Don't rush to victory. Bishop to King 7.
I know, Winston. I just want... Oh no! I didn't even see that!
You should also know by now, I'm not to be trifled with on this board, young lady. Mate.
Oh, I am going to win. Someday.
I would play chess with our old butler Winston on this board. Never could beat him. I always chose white. Maybe if I let him go first once in a while, I might have won.
Rushing on ahead. It's cute. It's a nice bit of characterization. Alright, come back with a crowbar. How long is this section? There's a lot of, like, nested requirements.
I'm at a crossroads now. Good lord, that's such a cliche. But there's truth in it. 2 roads before me. Both present joy and compromise. A life with Richard, adventure, intellectual pursuit, perhaps a new family. But also a man obsessed with something I cannot understand. Or a life of obligation, upholding the de Mornay name, embracing our traditions, not losing the family that raised me. Oh, this really is a rubbish choice. I don't want to lose them, but I love the life I've started to build with Richard. He comes with his own difficulties, but I can accept them. Will it be enough?
Everything is almost ready for Mistress Lara's birthday expedition surprise. It's been a bit of an all-hands-on-deck effort organizing the affair and keeping it secret. She's obsessed with Egypt, memorizing hieroglyphs and ancient Egyptian districts, so she'll be delighted with what Lord Croft has come up with. This will be good for her. She's been acting up of late, but I know she's just craving more of her father's attention. He's been so buried in his research. It'll be a nice moment for the two of them to reconnect. And I do believe he needs it as much as she does.
A real obsession like that has to come with its own unique difficulties. Challenges.
Dad loved a good bottle of wine. I can still smell his favorite Bordeaux.
In the decanter? Maybe you should clean that.
Dad, this is it! The basement of despair.
Indeed, Lara. Muster your courage, for this is the only path to the Library of Infinite Knowledge.
Look there! See the string?
An ancient Egyptian tripwire. The Keepers of Knowledge want none to disturb their treasures. We must tread carefully.
Let me lead. I know how to spot all the traps.
I'm sure you do, my darling. Lead on.
This seems like a blast.
One of the wire traps Winston made for my birthday expedition. Winston used my hair ribbons to make this.
Oh,
he
did you
and
hear
Dad
that? There was
put
a little audio
lot of
cue.
work into this birthday surprise.
So there actually was an audio proximity warning. That would have made some of those easier if I'd known.
Water damage from the main hall above.
I think we're supposed to go that way, but I want to see if there's a... Yep, a little more stuff down here.
My stuffed bear. I couldn't have a tomb without a mummy.
No, that's the cutest thing I've ever seen in my life. Look at it. I'm like taking notes when I have children.
Plans for adding electricity to the manor. Dad used to say his granny hated all the bright lights. There's a missing page.
Interesting.
Amelia left tonight. She packed her suitcase and walked right out of here, and I didn't even notice. Like those days in the Oxford Library before we even met. I just had my nose in a book, lost in my own world. I am such a fool. I have let my obsession with this damned ritual of long life rule my better judgment for far too long, and it may already be too late. How could I have not seen this coming? I've made this mistake over and over, always putting my research before my personal life. But it's never hurt like this before. I simply cannot live without her. If I have to give up this accursed quest that has plagued me for so long, then so be it. I am going after her, right now, tonight.
Okay, Dad's ledger has to be in here somewhere.
God, all this water damage.
Hopefully it has the combination to the safe.
Oh, what must be some incredible books. That's a tragedy.
I've created a clever little map for Lara's birthday expedition. I used the invisible ink Amelia picked up for me in Morocco so many years ago. At the time, I remember being so annoyed by that rather aggressive street vendor, but she just smiled in her sunny way and paid him without a second thought. I assumed it was just a tourist scam, but it actually works. Turns out it requires a very specific kind of vellum and a heat source to illuminate the ink after it's dried. It should prove a nice challenge for Lara to puzzle out.
I always accepted that Richard's rather unorthodox research was just something I had to live with. But this time, the thrill of discovery has taken hold of me. I never imagined I could be drawn in this way. Richard cabled to tell me he's found the monastery. The symbol we deciphered in the scroll was the key to its location. I don't know if I honestly believe that this will lead to the fabled elixir of life, but I can't help but feel that a great secret awaits us there. My brother was threatening to shut down the expedition, but I managed to talk him down for the time being. Now I am going to meet Richard. I would bring Lara if I could, but she's still too young. She'll be in good hands with Winston, and when we return, her parents might just be a bit more famous.
Nice.
This music is familiar. It's beautiful. It appears Sir Reginald's helmet fell off. Or didn't I put it back properly?
Lara, are you being a goblin? Oh, so we have to find a key in here too. Just to get out.
For God's sake, memorize the combination, you fool. Lara's expedition treasure. My favorite painting by Amelia. The day of our wedding anniversary.
Okay, nice.
Okay, got to find those objects to figure out the combination to the safe. There's something else here.
Oh, what's in the box?
Dad's lighter. I don't remember him ever using it, though. The Croft family crest and initials PC. I wonder if this belonged to my grandfather.
Huh. Okay. It's all coming together.
Should be able to light the fireplace now.
Is that necessary? Also, did you recycle one of the campfire? You couldn't build another fire? Oh, whatever, it's fine. It's a minor reuse.
This is my handiwork. I used to love drawing pictures of tigers.
Ooh, tigers.
Spent so many hours in here, reading, dreaming of my own adventures.
I've reached the monastery. As Roth predicted, it was hidden deep in the Himalayas, and now that I'm standing on these high stone walls, I am overwhelmed by the sheer beauty of the mountains that surround me.
I wonder if they planned to put one of these games in the Himalayas and then got scooped by Uncharted.
What adds to their spiritual majesty is the truth of this place. The monks welcomed me, as is their way, but they seemed to expect me. They must have known someone like me would eventually come seeking answers. I know this is the place. They've conducted the ritual before. I have seen the evidence, the distinctive symbols carved into the floors, the art displayed on the inner chamber's walls. They've created the elixir before, and they will again if I can convince them. I sent Amelia a message straight away. I want her by my side for this discovery.
Dad was looking for an elixir. Was it the elixir of life?
What? He called it the elixir of life. What?
I remember this now. Each district in ancient Egypt had a symbol and a number. I always preferred these symbols to the actual number hieroglyphs.
That kind of beats towns or street names. Oh, yeah, I live on Goat Lane. Number Rabbit.
Now, let me see. These two myths are referencing the same source material. But where did I see this image?
Dad, I think it's this one, in the chapter on Egyptian districts.
Why, yes, I think you're right, Lara.
I remember the page with the illustration of Ra.
My goodness, you've been paying attention, haven't you? This could be an important breakthrough.
Does this mean I'm your research assistant?
That and more, my darling girl.
No.
Takes me back. This was always one of my favorite books in this library. I used to trace hieroglyphs. Those were good times. The best times.
Alright, let's see. Let's climb up here.
Took quite a tumble off of this old thing when I was a girl. Still feel it in the shoulder from time to time.
You wouldn't know it from the way you move around. Taking worse tumbles. Now that's why Lara's so tough. She strengthened her bones by falling repeatedly.
Blank, except for the image of a key. I remember this map now. It leads to the master key, but we made it with a special kind of invisible ink. It could only be seen with the heat of a fire. I can see the map. Looks like the key is hidden under a trunk near the bookcase. X marks the spot, as they say.
Aha. Is there a single key hidden here?
The master key. This should get me into the West Wing.
Can we unlock that box upstairs now? Let's go check.
All right. This should open most rooms in the manor, including the Forbidden West Wing.
Nola is verboten. Or no, we have to get a crowbar probably for this, but let's check, just in case, so we know. We're already up the stairs, so... Oh, it is the key. Alright.
The Pharaoh's crown from my birthday treasure hunt. How old was I again? 6? 8? I think this hieroglyph corresponds to a number. But which one?
Okay, so it's the double birds.
Okay, Dad's clues mention Mum's paintings and their anniversary. Hopefully I can find some answers in the West Wing.
Okay, so we'll have to check, but it's the double birds, which... Let's just get the number. We need...
For God's sake, memorize the combat.
Oh, we don't have those yet. Atlas, Amelia's, Winston, messages, suits of armor? No. Oh, is it a relic? It might be a relic, yeah. Hold on. Worksheet.
I remember this now. Each
5.
district in ancient Egypt.
Okay, so the first number is 5. Yeah, this is a fun little puzzle. Ooh, there was another chest or something down here, right? Remember that correctly? Perhaps to the right here? No? Maybe upstairs. Oh, whatever this is.
Another one of Dad's immortality artifacts. I think Roth bought this for him from a trader in Greece.
The Ouroboros is another thing on like that list of really interesting historical oddities and artifacts.
The Croft family crest.
Cool.
Worse than I thought.
Have you not, like, walked around the property or something? This place is ruined.
I believe it took this trip to push me over the edge. I've been able to see Richard in his element, seeing him at his best and his worst. I've experienced the purity and chaos of his passion, and I came to realize I want his passion in my life every day. So it's done. Richard wanted to wait another 4 days until my birthday, but I wouldn't have it. Once I make a decision, I prefer to get on with it. So we found a small chapel in Luxor that was just right. And with Roth and the others at our side, we married as the sun set over this remarkable land. Mother will never forgive me. Atlas will forever resent me. But I don't care anymore. I'm free of de Mornay obligations, free to pursue my own passions and live my life surrounded by those who will encourage and challenge me. I'm excited for the future, whatever it may bring. Tomorrow, Richard and I return home to London as the Crofts, forging our path together.
Okay, so 4 days before her birthday. We need to find her birthday.
After everything Atlas
I think this was Dad's pocket watch. Looks like it stopped precisely at midnight.
done, how could you tell him about the expedition?
It's just all been too much. I needed to talk to someone. He's still my brother.
I don't trust him.
This is Dad. I suppose it's a family tradition, but I can't imagine having one of these made of me.
That'd be interesting.
My mother's perfume. The smell. So familiar. I can almost remember her. I remember this. Dad gave it to Mum on her birthday. October 13th, Mum's birthday.
So second or third number is the 9th then.
Pretty sure my parents were married in October. I think it was close to her birthday.
Okay, so we've got 5, 9.
Mum, on her wedding day. She looks so beautiful. There's a date. October something. Damn, the number is faded. Their anniversary was in October. But which day? I can't believe I don't know this. There's got to be another clue somewhere.
No, we already solved it.
Mum's wedding ring. I always wondered what happened to it. The inscription is faded.
All these dead-end clues.
I am bursting with pride. Amelia is with child. It is amazing how everything in life can change with such a simple event. Obviously, we don't know the gender, but already we've discussed possible names. Perhaps Benjamin, after my grandfather, or maybe Griffin. He was more infamous a Croft than even me. No, Amelia wouldn't have it. Besides, she's certain it's a girl. She favors a classic such as Scarlet or Kate, though I've made some headway with Lara. A subtle nod to the sun god Ra, and our days in Egypt, where certainly this child was conceived. I find myself thinking about this new life we've created, of how much she might be like us. For all my research into myths of immortality, I may have ignored the most obvious answer to the questions that plague me. We live on through our progeny, our genes, DNA, experiences, passed through the generations. Perhaps this is the simple truth of eternal life, and I've just been too stubborn to accept it.
Dad may have discovered the secret to immortality without even knowing it.
Amelia would not have approved. That alone should have been the end of it. But I am, as God made me, a stubborn fool. I locked all the West Wing's doors, and I shall not open them again until either my life or my obstinacy comes to an end. The night before, Roth told me I would someday change my mind. Like a broken arm cast in plaster, he said. The wound would heal, and we would someday shed the bandages to be whole again. The metaphor made me furious. The clumsy way he cast our loss off as nothing more than an inconvenience. There is wisdom in his rough words, but I've done what I must. Perhaps one day, Lara will throw back the doors to let the sun shine in again. Maybe she will find her own sense of peace in this place.
It's
At
funny
least
that
that old thing still works.
both Lara and her father have just so-so voice actors.
With Amelia gone, the manor is a different place. A dimness pervades, a quiet I can't stand. Even though Lara is too young to understand what has happened, she also senses the change. She's asked after her mother only once, and I'm afraid my reaction must have terrified her. I will need Winston more than ever these next few months to help look after her. I never quite realized how much grief can consume a man, but I am utterly consumed. I know I can't escape the pain, but I will try my damnedest to avoid it. I will seal the West Wing for as long as I live in this place. It will remain exactly as Amelia left it. Perhaps someday Lara can find her own answers there.
Okay, one last number to find.
Okay, Lara, keep it together.
It's
We're
just
starting
lightning,
to see
Lara.
things. Mum's atelier. Dad sealed it soon after she died. Untouched for years, exactly as she left it.
Atelier is such a great word.
I stood up to my family's criticism, stood in defense of Richard and our love. But as my new life began in Croft Manor, doubt set in. How could love flourish in these cavernous halls and endless passageways? Had I made a terrible mistake? I have never been more delighted to be wrong. Richard welcomed me to the manor, my new home, with a game. It was a clue, written in jumbled words from 5 different languages, but it pointed the way forward. The next clue was a seemingly blank piece of parchment in the kitchen, where the heat of a candle revealed a message written in lemon juice. I followed each step, grinning like a child as I solved his riddles and chased the trail to its end. A white cloth stretched out on the lawn where a picnic was laid out. We laughed and ate, and my doubt vanished with the last of the morning mist. Love can and will endure.
That's the most wholesome relationship imaginable.
I don't have any memory of this. I wish I could remember doing this. Mum died too young. Mum with me as a baby. I've never seen this. Hard to believe I was ever that small.
Tiny Lara. Before she learned how to murder properly.
Mum's paintings. Which one was Dad's favorite?
I returned home this afternoon to collect the last of my paintings. I suppose I should say I returned to my family's home. Atlas was there, in one of his foul moods, and even as he dripped venom for Richard with his cruel barbs, I could only laugh. To think that I once listened to my bitter brother in matters of my own happiness. My dismissal only served to infuriate him more. I left him there in Father's study, muttering to himself. On the drive back, as Winston took a longer route through the country, I looked through my paintings, Richard's favourite one among them, a simple abstract with blocks of red. I smiled, thinking about giving it to him. I was happy, and I was going home.
Blocks of red. Dad's favorite painting. Maybe something about that painting will help me figure out the combination.
Is it the number
back
of
to the study
blocks?
to open that.
4 red blocks?
You've almost got it, darling. Here, let me show you. Like this, see? Well done, Lara. Well done.
I wonder how my life would have been different had she lived.
We never did find a crowbar, did we?
This was for a show in London of Mum's work. What I wouldn't give to see this today. It says here, Amelia Croft plans to show her work in New York. I wonder what happened with that.
We know, Lara. Lara, we know what happened.
Lara arrived tonight, though not without a bit of drama, but all is well. She's a healthy, beautiful baby. I've never seen Richard so happy. I'm sure he'll be celebrating with his favourite whiskey tonight. It's calm and peaceful now. Just the gentle sound of the rain and the small, sleeping breaths of this new life I hold in my arms. Lara Croft, my darling daughter. It's hard to put into words this feeling I have. We share a connection, something I never expected. A love so powerful and pure. Someday you'll feel it too. No matter where you go or where you find your place in this world, we will always have this connection.
Okay.
I'm glad I still have so much of Mum's work.
Is there like one last jump scare waiting for us? You know, after seeing those couple where it's like, oh, lightning, I'm seeing something. Okay, so...
Dad?
Sorry, one sec. Moving in clues.
For God's sake, memorize the combination.
549.
What do you keep in there?
Nothing too important, Lara. Estate business and such.
If it's not important, then why bother putting it in a safe?
I should know better than to try and pull one over on you. There is something important in here. And it's for you, should you need it someday.
Well, let's hope you came through for me, Dad. That worked. It makes me happy to know that Dad kept this safe. No, that's not what I'm looking for.
I am numb. It is taking all my willpower to hold back the overwhelming grief. Amelia's plane crashed in the mountains. She died alone in the snow, waiting for me to find her. Oh God, not her, not now. I cannot accept it. Life without her is too painful to imagine. I know what must be done, and I am resolved. I'm going to bring her back. Perhaps this is why I am here. Perhaps this is fate, a test of my faith in the truth I've sought for so long. Roth will fight me on this, but I can't face Lara. I can't look into her eyes unless I try. I must try to bring Amelia back. The monks are preparing the elixir now, and then we will see if all my years of hunting this truth was for naught.
Dad, what did you do? Dad's sequel to his first book on immortality. He never got a chance to publish it. Handwritten. This is the only copy.
Oh, there could be some good information in there.
This isn't it either. I was certain there had to be a will in here.
One more piece of paper.
What's that?
It's glowing.
A blank page.
Unless...
Dad must have left this for me. It has to be important.
Get to the fireplace. That one's bricked off.
A hidden message. What are these strange marks? They have to be some kind of clue.
Alright, so it's the squiggly face, a bird with a column. So squiggly face, kind of bug-looking thing, and then bird with a column. Alright. So we need relics. We want... worksheet.
I remember this now. Each
1,
district
2.
in ancient Egypt had a symbol and a number.
I'm sorry, 1,
I always
4,
preferred
2.
these symbols.
Alright, we need to get back to the wine cellar, right? Wasn't there a shortcut to that we didn't open? Well, we'll just go this way. Oh, that's the door I was thinking of. Don't know where this leads. Another sealed off wing? Oh, the library. We never actually did go out that way, did we?
Mistress Lara, I took the liberty of preparing a tray, as dinner did not go according to plans. I've included, in addition to your meal, a few treats. I would appreciate it if you kept this between us, but I felt tonight called for something special. If you will forgive me the indulgence, your rapid exit from the dinner table had me concerned, and I wanted to impart something that I hope sets your mind at ease. I have known your father for quite some time. There is an intensity to his passion that can be frightening, but I recognize that same passion in you. You're more like him than you know. Never doubt that he loves you more than his research, more than his artifacts, more than anything in this world. Storms pass, and tomorrow will be clear and blue again. When you have finished, please leave the tray outside. Be well. Yours, Winston.
Nothing like the beneficent manservant. Every little girl deserves an Alfred. What a secretive...
That worked.
Ooh. That's cool.
Damn, locked in.
Whoops.
Did this open the secret door from the inside?
This is how Lara dies. An electrical shortage traps her into the mansion. No one else can solve the clue. She dies of starvation. This is wild. Look at this.
The renovations are proceeding in secret. The work crew Roth hired for the job have been paid handsomely to keep the details of the job out of the records, so I'm fairly confident no word will get out about what I'm doing. I've been careless with presenting my findings, attracting all the wrong sorts of attention. Roth thinks I'm being paranoid by building this secret vault, but I know I'm being watched. My work is too important, and potentially too dangerous. It can't fall into the wrong hands. I need a secure place to keep it all safe.
Well, looks like you made it.
It's over. I have done all that I could, and my Amelia is still cold and dead. Roth first scowled at my designs. Then he pleaded with me not to go through with the ritual. Not because he feared it might work, but because he feared what I might do when it failed. And it has failed. There is no doubt in that. I prepared everything according to my research. When I dropped the stone into the elixir and held it to her lips, I thought for the barest moment that it had worked. The hour was midnight, and my pocket watch stopped inexplicably. There was a charge in the air like the moment before a lightning strike. For a heartbeat, I imagined that my life was being drawn from me, as one empties a glass in order to be poured back into Amelia. I would have welcomed death if the last thing I saw were her eyes, clear and alive again. But the moment passed, Amelia is still dead, and I was no Orpheus. We will return to the manor and lay her to rest. I owe her that much.
You brought her home. She's here.
Incredibly
somewhere.
tragic.
This was part of a set of statues Dad found in China. He thought it was linked to the Temple of Xian. Perhaps I should look into it someday.
Teasers, eh? Would have been nice to see a fourth.
Richard,
Well, we'll see how
I
the
tried
third
to
game
see
goes,
you
I
in
guess.
person last week, but your manservant hustled me away like some common tout peddling silverware. He told me you are heartbroken and you're not yet ready to see visitors. He told me you blame yourself for your loss. Well, to that, I say, you had damn well better. I hope it hurts. I hope every moment of your life from this day forward is a ringing echo of loss. I hope you live just long enough to feel that pain grow when you hoped it would diminish, because you earned it. You stole Amelia from us. You ruined her reputation and poisoned her mind with a fantasy for children. In the end, you might as well have choked the life from her with your own hands. Do not contact me again, ever. But you must make arrangements for the future of your daughter. Have you considered perhaps it would be better if you followed Amelia sooner rather than later? As Lara's legal guardian, perhaps I could erase some of the damage you've already done to the poor girl. If not, I will do everything in my power to see to it that the Croft name is forgotten. Lara deserves better than you. So did Amelia. And so do we all. Atlas.
God damn, son.
Dad's collected knowledge. There must be so many secrets hidden in here.
Why are we doing math? Unless that's the... So I'm guessing... Alright, this unlocks the tomb, which is in the middle of the lobby. Which is a weird place to put a tomb, frankly. But... is that how it functions, maybe? It's a design schematic?
Might be able to use this to access other parts of the manor.
There's, like, so much to this game. Like, this little bit of explore the manor.
The missing page from the renovation plans. They didn't want anyone outside the family knowing about this crypt.
Alright. Yeah, this has to open something of interest.
There's an inscription. This is the Croft universe. Our knowledge is to the east. Our respite to the west. Our future is to the south. Our past is to the north.
Okay, so we have to align
Our
this
past
in the...
to the north. Could there be something else beneath the manor?
Entryway. Motion activated? Oh, maybe that was something we could pry open back in the other room. Oh, bust through the wall. Okay, sure. Lara says, "Fuck you, wall."
Hi, Dad. So I know I only just returned to school, but when can I come out to the dig site again? It's just so boring here. We're doing all the stuff I already read last summer. I always end up staring out the window and thinking about our expeditions, and then I'm yelled at for daydreaming. I promise I'll be good and not disturb you and just work wherever you tell me. I just miss it, Dad. And I miss you.
She's a sweet girl, deep down. Very deep. entrance is over here, right? The library's in that direction. The crest is in that direction. Wait, our respite. Respite would be tomb, right? So we want this oriented...
Our knowledge is to the east, our respite to the west. Our future is to the south, our past is to the north.
Yeah. So the future's outside, leaving the door. Like, it seems like it should be in this direction, right? Unless... Our past is where we bury our dead? Oh, because... Oh, the bedrooms are in that direction. Okay, so our respite is just going to bed. Future's outside. Past is just where we put the bodies.
Incredible. This crypt was here all along.
Did nobody
I
ask
expected
where
a sort of crushing
Amelia's body
finality
went?
to grip me when we returned to the manor to lay Amelia to rest. Indeed, once the last of my funereal duties were performed, I fully believed that I would crumple to the ground next to her and expire, not from grief, but succumbing to the terrible exhaustion of the last few weeks. Instead, as the mausoleum stones slid into place, I felt a sort of peace and energy, one that I confess caught me entirely off guard. This was not the terminus of our story, and I was a fool to think so. Her body may be gone, but her spirit still resides here, in the manor, in me, in Lara. Her soul is forever twined with mine, and death is just a momentary interruption. I walked out of that cold quiet into a sunlight that burned my eyes, and I have never been more sure. Death is not the end, and there is work yet to do.
Much to be done, much to be done. Oh, there's generations down here. There's generations of
My
cross. Did no one know about
can
this?
It be? Dad, you did bring her home.
Excuse me.
My dearest Lara, it is difficult to write this, knowing these may only ever be words on a page to you. I wonder if you will remember my voice. Will you remember the way we used to play and laugh? Will you remember me comforting you when you were sad? Know that I'm still with you, Lara. My energy, my love. It's within you. It always will be. Use that energy to pursue your passions in life. Never let others determine your journey. You become who you are through your choices, through the love you give and the promises you keep. I hope you are happy, that you are loved and successful in whatever it is you choose to do. I am proud of you, my darling. Remember me, with all my love, your mother.
Again, good thing the water damage didn't ruin all this paperwork.
What's this? A letter.
Lara, I have received the notarized affidavit confirming Amelia's grave and the discovery of the burial crypt within the manor premises. While I can't fathom why your father would hide your mother's fate from her own family, I cannot deny that any legal claims I may have had on the estate are now null and void. Croft Manor and the remainder of your father's assets are now yours in perpetuity to do with as you wish. If there comes a time when you require assistance in managing the estate, I hope you will consider contacting me to retain my services. Sincerely, your uncle.
I've been so focused on defying my uncle, of fighting to keep his hands off this manor, that I never realized how much this place actually means to me. But since I've been here, I can feel the presence of my mother and father. I sense the entire history of my family and the deep roots we have in this place. I want to honor my parents. I want to honor all of my ancestors. The Croft family may be all but destroyed, but I will make our name and our home great again.
Make Croft great again. All right, on that note, I'm going to call it here. I think that's all we have to see from Rise of the Tomb Raider. I will be back tomorrow night with Shadow of the Tomb Raider, which is the last of the reboots that's been made. So we're going to wrap that up, hopefully next week, maybe very early December, and then we'll have put this series to bed, and we'll move on to new, more fertile grounds. I've been Rocinante. If you've enjoyed the stream, just drop me a follow so you know when I go live. Tomorrow will be 5 to 8 o'clock. Tuesdays as well, 4:30 to 7:30, and then Thursday again, 5 to 8. Actually, no, that's Thanksgiving, isn't it? I'll see what I can do on Wednesday. I'll see what I can do Wednesday for you guys, and then probably Friday as well. I don't do Black Friday shopping, so there's nothing to miss out on there. Right. That's our schedule. That's our plan. I hope you all have a wonderful evening. And as always, ciao.